Welcome to Talladega, site of tonight's Frisbee Racing Truck Series race. Round number 2 of the playoffs, or race number 2 of the playoffs, I should say. Check out all of our leagues at dgsracing.com. You see the trucks heading out for their qualifying efforts. I forgot to ask if we're 1 lap or 2 lap qualifying tonight, so I'm going to guess 2. We're going to look real fast and see if it was mentioned. It was not, so I'm going to assume 2. That's the normal. Got all the trucks heading out there. Casey Graves, Andrew Beach, Brantley Bryant, Zach Martin, J.R. Deal, Dalton Hayes, Jake Lawrence, Brad Wilson, TJ Floyd, Mike Edwards, Kenny Frisbie, all on track at this moment. There's the 11 for Frisbie. Mike Edwards out there. It's good to see Kenny out here for a race with his name on it. Talladega, an interesting track for qualifying because the start-finish line actually is after pit road. All these trucks say they're on their first time lap, but they aren't. Brad Wilson, Brantley Bryant, first 2 to actually start their lap. Casey Graves started his official first lap. Jake Deal as well. He's running right up by the wall. Not sure what's going on with Edwards. He's got a time showing, but it's much slower than everyone else's for that warm-up lap, so perhaps the timing and scoring just a little off on his truck. Frisbie started his first time lap. 3 minutes to go in qualifying. Drivers underlined in that reddish-orange color. Those are your playoff trucks. No fast repairs here tonight, so drivers have to be extremely careful. 70 laps, 60% fuel. 3 green white checkers, and if we get 36 trucks, the fastest 36 make the race, but I don't think we're going to have that problem tonight. Watch Frisbie go top of the charts on that first lap. Bryant slots in second, Brad Wilson third, Casey Graves fourth, Andrew Beach shows fifth, and then Margison takes his Chevrolet to the top of the charts. Obviously, these are all the first laps. We'll see if the strategy is going to be lap 1 or lap 2 in these trucks. We saw a lot of drivers running mid to high, so I'm assuming it's going to be lap number 2. J.R. Deal saw him all the way at the wall in that first lap. Post the slowest time, that makes sense. Went the longest way around the track he could. Brad Wilson's second lap jumps up to second quick, and he's going to finish off his run by destroying the truck. It'll be a backup truck for the 51 Shenandoah Shine truck as he just goes full moon car there. Good golly. Margison coming around tri-oval. Finish his second lap, see if he can hang on to this pole position. Lap number 2 slower for Margison, so lap 1 will be the one of record for him. Andrew Beach clocks in 7th place, his second lap. J.R. Deal 8th. Mullins, Floyd, Lawrence, Downey, and Hayes still on their first time. TJ Floyd gets up there on the second lap with a 55.014 in the 49 truck. In the playoffs tonight, goes all the way to the top of the board. I'm trying to find you some trucks still out there, but it doesn't want to show us anything. There we go. Cliff coming to the stripe, complete his run. Jumps up to a 55.09. That'll put him 7th. Jake Lawrence with an 07 goes to 6th. Wolfenbarger, 55.029 goes 2nd. Gatlin Downey splits them. Gatlin Downey with an 027 goes to P2. Nice run there out of Gatlin. 14 trucks to put a lap in. Ethan Evers coming to complete his run. I believe he'll be the last one to get a time down. Number 8 to the stripe. Super Speedway Merchant clocks in with a 55.08. That'll put him in 9th spot. And that'll do it for qualifying. TJ Floyd, your pole sitter tonight. Let's see if TJ is hanging out in driver chat. We can get a word with him. No TJ. Oh well. Matt wants to be in the back, he says. Good luck with that, Matt. Good luck, everybody racing. And let the grid fill up here. We got two chat with. Kenny Frisbee's here, and I want to talk to him, but he's deafened and muted, so it'd be very difficult to do so. I asked him about the Frisbee Racing Truck Series and if he's enjoyed watching the competition tonight. But 27 trucks set to roll off. We're letting everybody get out on the track. We're going to start our starting lineups. If they're there, great. If they're not, oh well. That's not my problem. We got TJ Floyd in the 49 starting on pole tonight. It's one of our playoff trucks. You see the orange banner on the windshield and the orange rear spoiler. That's how you know they're a playoff truck. Jump over to second spot. Gatlin Downey also in the playoffs, starting P2. Garrett Wolfenberger will start third, just hasn't gotten out on the track yet. Dalton Hayes in the number 47 Chevy start in the fourth spot. Zach Martin, the Gamer Sup Chevrolet, start in the fifth spot. Brad Wilson and Shenandoah Shine Ford roll off from sixth. Brantley Bryant, another Shine truck, starts from the seventh spot. Jake Lawrence, the Hakatua Toyota, starts in the eighth spot. Ethan Evers, Gearhead Racing Chevrolet, starts in the ninth spot. Kenny Frisbie in the Wannagoons Toyota rolls off in 10th. Cliff Mullins, AC Racing Graphics Chevy, starts in 11th. Casey Graves, True Speed Toyota, starts in 12th. Andrew Beach, the Side Pipe Chevy, starts in 13th. J.R. Deal, Cave City Roleplay Toyota, starts in 14th. Lucas Hoyt's, the 712 Breaks Ford, starts in 15th. Mike Fisher, the AOL Toyota, starts 16th. Mike Edwards in the Barbie Ford, he's going to roll off in 17th. Gotta love that. Travis Martin, the Ghost Man with his playoff banners, he'll start in the 18th spot. Daniel Llewellyn, the 712 Breaks Chevrolet, starts in 19th. Colin Teague, not out on track, scheduled to start in 20th. Jeff Price in the Back Channel Production Chevy starts 21st. Grant Harrell, the Tide Ford, 22nd. Ashton Tackwell, the Hooter Chevy, in 23rd. Dave Hoytsma got a happy anniversary Linda message on there, so make sure we get that said out on the broadcast. He's got his Chevrolet starting in the 24th spot. Cody Brown in his Harley Davidson truck starts 25th. Jeremy Scherer in the M&M Chevy starts in 26th. And Matt Benke, the Swedish Fish, got a lot of candy at the back of the grid. He'll roll off in that 27th spot. 26 trucks officially make it onto the grid. Only one that did not is the 12 of Colin Teague. Matt Benke saying he's going to go for the Hard Charger Award. He's starting 27th, so destiny is in his hands. No one can go farther than him. Field rolling down the backstretch. Let's take a quick look at our race analysis. We got 70 laps, so the halfway points will go out to the top 10 at the end of lap 35. It's an afternoon race. Track temp 115. That's pretty spicy for Talladega. Wind speed at 10. That'll get your attention as well. So these trucks probably be a little bit more difficult to handle through the tri-oval than they are expecting. Fuel window unknown because they put 60% fuel in them tonight, so that'll be an extra curveball. Probably about 20 to 23, 25 in that range would be my guess. Front row of TJ Floyd and Gatlin Downey. Downey not underlined in orange because our system doesn't know how to handle an 05. But I promise you he's in the playoffs. As is all the other drivers underlined with the orange. Pace truck makes his way off, and we're about to start race number 2 of the Frisbee Racing Truck Series playoffs here at Talladega. 70 laps. Start finish line after the tri-oval, so a long wait. The drivers creep around to the Geico restart zone. Green flag out in the air, and here we go. TJ Floyd in the 05 Gatlin Downey lead us towards turn number 1. See the 32 Wolfenbarger, he started from the pit lane. He didn't trust anything here. No faster pairs for these drivers. They got to make it all 70 laps with the same truck they start with. That was Grant Harrell moving from the top to the bottom in the Tide truck. First lane switch we've seen. And he's immediately all the way to the inside. He doesn't want any part of this. He's going to the back. Margison trying to push TJ Floyd out to the lead. See a couple of the other Shine trucks dropping back. I think they're going to go pick up the 32 of Wolfenbarger. Playoff driver getting a bonus point for leading the first lap. It's going to be the 05 of Gatlin Downey. As he edges out TJ Floyd at the start, and he goes all the way to the bottom. Gets in front of Floyd. 5, 6 Chevrolets in the top 6. Dang, bunch of the 712 brakes trucks all went to the bottom back there. They're bailing out of it. Could be a lot of boring action early on. Everyone's bailing out. Lucas dropping back in the 97. Dalton Hayes trying to get to the lead from the outside line with a push from Ethan Evers. Jake Lawrence, third truck outside lane. Gatlin leads that lap as well. Outside lane full of trucks that's not in the playoffs. The only one that is that 4 Casey Graves. Inside line full of trucks in the playoffs. Everybody except the last AOL truck there, Mike Fisher. Lap 3 of 70 at Talladega. Drivers behaving so far. 12 trucks running side by side. Then Jeff Price there 13th, Tackwell 14th. Fisher's falling back a little bit out of this main group. Dalton Hayes will lead that lap. Mike Edwards trying to keep up with Jake Lawrence. Those two 10-10's teammates on that outside lane. Travis Martin a little bit further back. As the yellow Swedish fish truck of Matt Benke. He started 26th. Matt all the way up to 14th in this lead group. Lap number 4. Let's take a look at our comers and goers. See kind of where the strategy is. Benke up 10. Cody Brown up 10. Garrett Wolfenbarger, he started from the pits after a good qualifying run, so he is at the tail of this field waiting for an accident to happen. Dalton Hayes gets another lap led. Kind of anticipate once the drivers like where they're at, like who they're around, getting single file and start to think about the pit strategy. Ethan drops to the bottom. Dalton stays up high. Jake Lawrence pulls in behind him. Kenny Frisbie there in tow. Plus Mike Edwards and Casey Graves outside lane. 5 trucks. TJ Floyd running up in the middle. Kind of took Kenny Frisbie by surprise. TJ Floyd trying to shoot the middle by himself. And trying to force the truck on the outside up the hill. That's not going to make TJ Floyd any friends. That is dangerous driving. Contact Kenny Frisbie and TJ Floyd. I told you wouldn't make any friends doing that. Kenny Frisbie not pleased with how TJ Floyd did that move. Now he has the help from Mike Edwards as they try to go around Jake Lawrence and TJ Floyd in the middle. Just about everyone else single file until you get back to Casey Graves in 15th. We're going to complete lap number 6 as we come through the tri-oval. See Margison under the yellow line. A little extra rotation on that truck. Now those 2 lanes on the outside have become 1. As Frisbie and Edwards duck behind Lawrence and TJ Floyd. TJ Floyd, the only playoff truck right now in the top 7. Oh, Gatlin Downey, forgot he's not underlined. Running in 6th. Sorry, Gatlin. Floyd, the only one in the top 5 then. Inside line kind of broke up. Cliff Mullins not keeping up with Margison, but they did surge ahead. Complete lap number 7. Dalton Hayes leading that one. 10% of the race complete. Go through and see where all the packs are running at current. Got the top 8 side by side. Cliff Mullins catching up to him in 9th. Andrew Beach 10th. Mick Fisher 11th. Jeff Price is 12th. Matt Mankey 13th. Sackwell 14th. Cody Brown running 15th. J.R. Deal 16th. There's Travis Martin 17th. Lucas Weitzma 18th. Daniel Llewellyn 19th. Grant Harrell 20th. Dave Weitzma 21st. Jeremy Scherer 22nd. Casey Graves all the way to the back of this pack 23rd. And look who's caught up. Garrett Wolfenbarger, Brad Wilson, and Brantley Bryant. They've used the draft to be able to catch back up, and now all 26 trucks will be in one large pack, albeit single file at the moment. They're all together. Jake Lawrence trying to get himself a lap lead here for lap number 8, and he's going to do it. TJ Floyd pushing the Hawk Toyota out there. We had a little scramble in the back. Trucks getting side by side and out of shape. JR Deal starting to make moves on the high side and has teammate Travis Martin with him. And Grant Harrell and the 32 of Wolfenbarger. Ball jumped to that top side. Wolfenbarger caught up to the pack, and he's eager to start making moves. He's got his Shine teammates trying to catch up. Casey Graves has gone from well up into the top 5 all the way back to 26th. The last truck in the race. Dalton Hayes briefly behind TJ Floyd. Then he pops to the top side. Get a push from Jake Lawrence. TJ Floyd had gone to the bottom to cut that off the run down there. Hayes swapped to the top lane. Hayes will lead that lap easily. Jake Lawrence pushing him on out there. Now they both drop to the bottom in front of TJ Floyd. Then Hayes back up the track. So now Floyd has Lawrence on the inside. Gets to the back of him. Shoves him up the hill. That was a hellacious push. Good job, Jake Lawrence, hanging on to that. Mike Edwards got scared. He goes all the way to the top by himself. Mikey wanting to take runs and nobody going with him. He's got the tuck back in behind Kenny Frisbie. Here comes Garrett Wolfenbarger. 32 Chevrolet goes all the way to the top. He's making his move right now with his Shine teammates. Wolfenbarger, Wilson, Bryant, all the way to the top. Bryant's peeking in there 4 wide. Not sure what the thought is there. Ethan Evers thought to go up there and try to cut it off. Now we are 4 wide. This is going to get not good. Gatlin Downey bailing out immediately. He doesn't like seeing that. And we're back down to 3 wide by the corner. Thanks to Gatlin Downey bailing. The Shenandoah Shine cars. Wolfenbarger started from the pits, and here he is about to take the lead. Who's that jumping up? I believe that was Kenny Frisbie joining the Shine train. Lap 11, the 11 truck jumping up to the outside, joining the Shenandoah Shine parade. Entering Tri-Oval. It's going to be close on who leads this lap. Might be Wolfenbarger. Jake Lawrence by a very short nose. Mike Edwards again all the way to the top by himself. I don't know if his truck's overheating or if he's extremely impatient and bored. Maybe a little bit of both. Mike Edwards definitely has plenty of air on the nose when you do that. Now the Shine Parade clear out in front of the field. They're all going to drop down in front of Jake Lawrence, and now we go single file back to Ethan Evers. Dalton Hayes thought to go out there with him, but Ethan, I think, was already there. He's got a hole to drop back down into if he doesn't want to get freight trained, but think he might be a little bored. Now he drops back in line behind the 55 of Margison, and we are single file from leader to 26th, all in one big back. Never thought I'd see the day. Just like that, Ethan Ethers bored again. Looks to the outside of Margison, trying to pull him back with a little side draft, unable to do it. To be honest, I am impressed. That was pretty cool. Kenny Frisbie still deafened and muted in chat. Who's that popping out? Mike Edwards. Got bored again. Looks like Jake Lawrence looking to fill the gap. TJ Floyd looking to go out there and push him. Ethan Evers, another one that doesn't like to sit still and ride in line. He's popped out there. These are the Ricky Stenhouses and Denny Hamlins of Super Speedway Racing. Never one to sit still. Despite the fuel window coming up in about 6 laps, I would believe. Somewhere in that range. Edwards and Floyd making hay on that upper lane. Gotten up to second place, Brad Wilson. Dalton Hayes has jumped up there with Edwards and Floyd. Working lap 15. A total of 70 here tonight. This is what it looks like when you give your drivers 0 fast repairs. They know they got to take care of their stuff. They can't go balls to the wall. They all get in line and behave. Talk about spooky season. You got Talladega in the playoffs with no fast repair. That's pretty damn scary. Thinking I could put Kenny in the Shine chat. I'll do that for him. Yeah, a little 3 wide going on. TJ Floyd got shuffled out. Now it's former teammates Mike Edwards, Dalton Hayes, and Ethan Evers. At one time, we're all on the same race team. Here they are on 3 different race teams, but all working together. I wonder how bored these guys are. We're going to bring in driver chat and see what they're saying.
200.
200. We're playing Jeopardy? Radio chatter in case we start hearing call-outs for pitting. Inside lane surging ahead through the corner, outside lane fighting back down the backstretch. See that time and time again at these super speedway type tracks. Edwards going to drop down in front of Wolfenbarger. We'll see if he kind of checks up and lets Hayes and Evers get in front or not. Wolfenbarger trying not to let him check up, shoving him all the way through the tri-oval. Working lap 19, pit stops looming. Dalton Hayes gets clear. And there is a pit call on lap 19. Mike Edwards.
35 pitting.
Matt Benke, the Swedish fish truck.
24 pitting.
Ashton Tackwell, the Hooters machine.
68 pitting.
Here comes quite a few trucks to the pit lane. A little contact between, that's Brantley Bryant and Kenny Frisbie. Bryant into the inside wall. Everyone else seems to have survived that, as most of the field just hit pit lane. Only 7 trucks stay out, so 19 trucks all pit. That is what it looks like when 19 trucks pit at the same time. So what's left of the field, 7 trucks strong, running down the backstretch. Back to the pit lane, you see TJ Floyd and company all filling up the tanks. I doubt we'll see tires under green. Most of these 8-9 second stops as they get their fuel. Here comes the second group, see if they pit this time by. And yes indeed, all 7 of the trucks that stayed out coming down this time. Brad Wilson cleared the field here. He's going to have to wait for them to catch back up. Mike Edwards 1.6 seconds behind him. And then Wolfenbarger has Edwards draft, so this group behind Wilson's going to swallow him whole when they get there, unless Wolfenbarger can stick with his teammate up there. So pit cycle served. Dalton Hayes, the only truck to pick up a penalty, the 47 truck, gets shuffled out due to this penalty, as the other 7 trucks are all on and off pit lane clean. Lucas Hoisman, Andrew Beach, Jeff Price, Dave Hoytsman, Daniel Llewellyn, Cliff Mullins, and Cody Brown. Interesting to see Brown pitting with the other trucks and not his 10-10s machines. So watch this group head back out onto the racetrack. We're waiting for Brad Wilson and company, the field, to catch back up. Here comes the field chasing down Lucas, and they're 3 wide. Dear Lord, this could go bad. Wilson, Wolfenbarger drop down, try to get Lucas's draft. Lucas going to stay low, so they're going to have to pop up to the middle.
Need you to push, brother.
Dalton Hayes talking to behind the pit. Great, beautiful, great shots there. Yep. Dalton Hayes back on the pit lane. 47 truck had a penalty and went back down the pit lane. He's now a lap down in that 47 truck. It's about a drive through, did not stop in his box. Alright, so the main pack of 14 trucks. Then you got a 1.8 second gap back to Daniel Llewellyn by himself. He wasn't able to keep up with that lead pack. And then here comes Ethan Evers and about 5 other trucks in tow. Grant Hurrell, Casey Graves, Jared Deal, Brantley Bryant, Jeremy Scherer all in this group. We saw Bryant had that issue getting on the pit lane. He did not take any damage repair, but he was knocked out of that lead group. So a little left front damage on that purple 52 Toyota as they swallow up Daniel Llewellyn. Now we get the number from the pack to the main. It's 2.8 and falling as they work past Llewellyn. We'll see if they can get it organized and start catching the lead pack.
Travis.
Meanwhile, TJ Floyd and Jake Lawrence trying to go back to the lead.
Ready. Line up with you.
Jake Lawrence, TJ Floyd dropped down in front. The end of the backstretch. Brad Wilson, 32, Wolfenbarger, 11, Kenny Frisbie have all gone to the top thing.
Thank you, sir.
So first stops happened lap 19, lap 20. Chase pack is gaining on the lead pack. 2.1 and falling is the gap. Front pack runs side by side. Shenandoah Shine, teammates of Wilson and Wolfenbarger, trying to get back ahead. And Kenny Frisbie and I believe Gatlin Downey.
Attaboy, we catch him.
1.8 now the gap.
Yeah, I'm getting a little hot. I think we're good now, though.
1.4 the gap. Not quite good.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
And now they're in that 1 second, so they should be alright. Shine Cars and Frisbie clear of TJ Floyd.
Fuck shit up.
That's Ethan. Do they shake the 09 of Gatlin Downey, or they stay up high? It looks like they're keeping that middle line. Jake Lawrence has moved up.
Hey, Andrew, how's it feel to be in a Hoytman sandwich?
70 Woodchuck Beach, indeed, in a Hoytsma sandwich.
You're pretty moist right now.
It's not good to have moisture on the racetrack.
It feels pretty good. I've got the experience behind me. Trenton is keyed up to tell me that they're behind me by going, Dave's taking a look at that ass.
Can't take my eyes off it.
Floyd gets another lap led. Now we got some 3 wide. Ethan Evers, indeed here to fuck shit up, has gone all the way to the top line. Casey Graves staying committed to the 8. A little Gearhead Racing True Speed team up going on. We now have 21 trucks in the lead pack. Cliff Mullins, Cody Brown, way back here. 15.9 seconds behind the field. Had a slow time on the pit lanes. Matt Banky by himself. Travis Martin, he's got Dalton Hayes. Dalton a lap down. Everyone else on the lead lap. They're hoping this goes badly. They are 3 wide, battling for the race lead. Lap 27, not even halfway. It did not take long when Ethan Evers got there for everything to go 3 wide and balls to the wall. Your drivers talking about the trucks getting very hot in the push. Brad Wilson surges ahead in his teal and silver Shenandoah Shine machine. He's going to drop down in front of TJ Floyd. Now Shine leads 2 of the lanes. And Ethan Evers leads the outside one. A lot of playoff trucks towards the front of this field. Very dangerous moments right now. .21 trucks in this lead pack, all the way back to Scherer, that purple M&M's Halloween machine. Next week, this series is off for Halloween. Let all of our drivers hang out with their families, do the trick-or-treat thing. Frisbie pushing Wolfenbarger, trying to get him a lap lead here. And that one goes to Wilson. Outside line starting to lose steam. Ethan Evers falling back to about 6th. Evers stormed in there with a head full of steam, drove all the way up to being on that front row. Wilson now jumps back in front of teammate Wolfenbarger.
TJ, I got 2 in front of me, brother.
Kenny all over the place as TJ Floyd shoved him.
Yeah, I just don't appreciate the team games as well.
Says the guy with no team. Of course he don't like it. Don't like it, get yourself a team, brother. Gatlin Downey in the 05. Currently scored as your leader, gets the nose out in front. Started on the front row in that 05. Along with TJ Floyd. This lap lead's going to go to Gatlin Downey. Every lap is a photo finish. Here comes Ethan Evers with the push from Casey Graves. Outside lane is motivated now. Here comes Jeff Price up there. And we got 3x5 going on here. 5 trucks. 3x3. Price moves down to the middle. Brantley Bryant's made his way up in front of Kenny Frisbie, and now the Shine Train has been reformed. Wolfenbarger keeps Wilson out in front. Mike Edwards going to go all the way to the bottom. We're about 6 to 8 laps away from pit stops opening up again. Cliff Mullins, Travis Martin in big trouble if we don't get a caution.
Yeah, it'd get hot after about half a lap. I don't think we had enough cars up there to make it work.
The third lane bailing out of it.
I'm high, I just had to get from there.
Travis Martin trying to push Cody Brown. Trying to. Martin and Banky are together, 24th and 25th. Cliff Mullins, Cody Brown running together. And Travis is indeed pushing Dalton Hayes. They're trying to work together to stay on lead lap. And they are 36 seconds behind the leader, which means they're about 14 seconds ahead of the pack. That group's turning 50.3. The field's going about... Oh, they're going 51.1, and the field's going about 50.7. They're losing about 4/10 a lap. They're hoping for that caution with all this craziness going on. We're a couple of laps away from getting our halfway points awarded to the field. At the stripe, be 2 more laps.
Oh, reading, I pulled out.
Downey leads that lap. Leading the most laps gets you an extra bonus point. Actually gets you 3 bonus points. 1 lap is 1 point, and most laps is 3 points. Edwards will go to the top with the push from Ethan Evers now. Here's your report on fuel.
Same.
That is Martin and Brown saying they got about 6 laps. All right, field through the tri-oval. Next time by, we'll be paying out points to the top 10, and it is a mess right now. A lot of playoff trucks trying to get those points. Wilson, Downey, Wolfenbarger, Floyd, Margison all in the top 10 right now. It's been calm so far, Scott. Welcome in, buddy. This is about as exciting as it's gotten. It's been 3 wide for a few laps.
I almost flew up there.
At one point, we were literally nose to tail single file 1 through 26, which was kind of cool to see. But it got boring quick. Top lane falls out, as you heard Price say. He just about blew up. Margerson goes to the top. And here we come. Stage winner is going to be Brad Wilson. Let's see where everyone else shakes out. Give it a moment to update and decide where everyone goes. There it goes. Brad Wilson gets 10 points. Gatlin Downey 9. Wolfenbarger 8. TJ Floyd 7. Brantley Bryant 6. Grant Hurrell 5. Kenny Frisbie 4. Zach Margerson 3. Ethan Evers 2. And Daniel Wallen gets the final point at halfway. You just joined us. We've been green since the start. First round of pit stops, lap 19, lap 20. So we're looking about 38 to 40 for the second round. Margerson with a blink right in the middle of the field. Never want to see that. Inside line starting to prevail heavily as trucks starting to position for pit stops now that the stage is complete. Llewellyn, Floyd, and Margerson, the only trucks that have not found a spot on the inside yet. Margerson gets down behind Fisher. Let's see if Llewellyn gets down. TJ Floyd, the last one that needs to get down. Like Edwards is leaving him room. And Floyd does get down. Alright. Field's ready for pit stops. We'll see if they come this time around. This is 19 laps since their last stop, which started on lap 19. The math sounds good. See the three trucks up ahead. Sounded like Travis. Matt Benke, Travis. Dalton's going to stay out, surprisingly. Martin and Benke both hit the pit lane. Well, Dalton would stay with his draft partners. Wilson, Wolfenbarger, Bryant, Frisbie, Downey.
Roger.
Huge chunk of the pack, all pitting. Like Fisher with a blink there. Everyone seems to have made it to pit lane safe and sound. We'll check for penalties later. 7 trucks stay out once again. Price, Llewellyn. 4 of Casey Graves is in there. Hoytsmas, Dave, and Lucas. Andrew Beach.
Sorry about that, Casey. I was not expecting that checkup. Get in, Dave.
Ashton Tackwell all in there.
No, I wasn't either. It's all good.
Check back in on the stops.
I'm just glad that didn't wreck you, man. Sorry about that again.
Rolling. Ethan Evers.
I'm in here.
Once again, nobody taking tires, as this is not the time to do that. They might take 2 with the time it takes to fill the fuel up.
Sorry.
Somebody way down on the apron there. Two trucks coming in. One of them's out of shape. Oh my goodness. Couldn't tell which truck that was. It was the Ashton Tackwell truck. It was way out of shape. That Hooters Chevy may have picked up a penalty on that entry. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Dalton Hayes has made his way to the pit lane. 5 trucks left to come to the pit lane. So they make their way down the backstretch. Jeff Price, Daniel Llewellyn, Lucas Hoytsma, Dave Hoytsma, Andrew Beach. Casey Graves heads back out. Does not have Tackwell with them, as Tackwell it did indeed pick up a pit penalty. This is going to be brutal on Casey Graves. Nobody to draft with. So he heads back out on the track. Here comes the low drag team with Andrew Beach. Oh my gosh, Lucas all the way out to the grass. Have to check penalties on that one as well. Could have been a little too aggressive there on pit entry. Price said it was close for him. Brad Wilson leads the pack as they've gotten back out on the track. We've seen all the pit entries, so we don't need TV3 anymore. Wilson, Wolfenbarger, Evers, Downey running the middle lane. Frisbie and Bryant running the bottom. Ethan Evers drops down there to pick up drafts. Frisbie into the back of Evers gets him a bit out of shape. As they work past the low drag trucks coming off the pit lane. This time around, only truck picking up a penalty. Ashton Tackwell. Matt Benke, and you see the Swedish Fish truck. He's gone a lap down. He's up here in his lead pack, that bright yellow machine. Trying to stay in lucky dog position, hope something happens behind him. $30 laps to go, still another pit stop to go. One more pit stop should do it. Fuel window we're open about lap 20 to go, lap 19 to go, which would be 50 or 51. Got Benke all the way to the top. I think he's had enough. They're going to start picking up trucks one by one. Tackwell's the next one in line. So it's going to be important. Trucks trying to fight for that lucky dog. Try and stay in good position and pass the trucks as they get lapped. Dalton Hayes, Matt Benke, the only two a lap down. 25th, 26th right now. All trucks still running. No accidents. Green flags so far.
Okay.
Lead pack is 13 trucks strong. Casey Graves was able to hang on to this lead pack despite not having any drafting help. Group number 2 is 2.2 seconds back and closing. Jake Lawrence, Mike Fisher, Grant Harrell, J.R. Deal, Daniel Wallen, Dave Hoytsma. They know the job to do. They got to stay single file, and they are doing it beautifully right now. I believe that's Jeremy Shear at the tail of that pack. 15 truck running 20th. Then 40 seconds back, Travis Martin. 46 behind our race leader, which means he's only about 3 seconds from going a lap down with Cody Brown. This has been rough for these guys. See Cliff Mullins right there with them as well. Cliff got shuffled out of the draft, and he's running in this 4-truck pack. And Travis trying to get some air on the truck. And while we were watching all that, Jake Lawrence is starting to sniff the draft off of Casey Graves. J.R. Deal's all the way down in the bottom there. What happened? Like Mike Fisher and J.R. Deal both got out of shape in the tri-oval at the same time. There you go, entering the tri-oval. Oh, Mike Fisher blew up, and J.R. Deal had to get into him. So Mike Fisher's truck, the 21, blew a motor. And that is going to be a race over for the 21 team, as he sits on the pit lane with the extensive damage repair to work on. Tough break for Mike Fisher and the AOL team out of the race. Mike Edwards leads the main pack here. Wolfenbarger, Wilson, Frisbie on the inside line. Then Margison, Downey, and Benke, lap truck. So our first retiree of the race, Mike Fisher, he'll be finishing 26th tonight. Now this main pack has the second chase pack 5 seconds back. I believe Mike Fisher was making him catch up, and with that engine expiring, it's now cost them dearly as they're now 5.2 seconds back in this group.
Daniel, let me know when you get hot.
The chase pack not gaining ground now, 5.4 and growing. The second group's going to want to caution dearly, as is the group they're catching. The third pack, which is led now by Cody Brown with Cliff Mullins, Travis Martin, and the lap truck of Dalton Hayes. The Shine train with the Kenny Frisbie machine added onto it. Running the middle groove once again. Bryant takes a peek to the inside. Now they all move down. .32 Wolfenberger leads that one. Here comes Ethan Evers, never one to stay in line. Pops out to the outside. Has Mike Edwards with him. This could get interesting, the timing of this. They popped out of line as they're starting to catch that other group. See them heading into 3. Margison's going to venture up there and follow his teammate Edwards. Matt Binke, not for position, but he's moved up there in the Swedish Fish truck. He wants to stay the first truck 1 lap down as they're starting to catch another group. 24 laps to go. Green flag since the start. 2 rounds of green flag pit stops complete. Got 1 more round to go, should we say green. Playoff drivers hoping it doesn't go green. Dave Hoytsma, Casey Graves, Cliff Mullins, Travis Martin. All those trucks not in this lead pack.
Daddy Dave, let me know when you get hot, and I'll dip out and we'll swap. We'll have to keep doing that to try to catch the field here.
And that second pack continuing to lose ground. It's now over 7 seconds between Jake Lawrence and Lucas Hoytsma. Fuel window opens in just a couple laps. I'm sure they'll want to go at least till 51 just to be sure. Then you never know about green white checkers, so not the worst thing to run it dry, but strategy could be employed here. If you get enough trucks to go with you and leave the others out on track, it'll actually be advantageous once you come back out and form back up and have a bigger train. A lot of pit strategy could be employed right here. Field work gets you turns 3 and 4. Once they get back to the stripe, that pit window officially opens. And what happens from there till about lap 60 is anyone's guess. About a 10-lap window where everyone's going to have to pit. Between now and 10 to go, the whole field should hit the pit lane. Who goes with whom? When do they go? Who comes out with whom? Who picks up penalties? Who's in clean? A lot of questions over the next 10 laps. Only seen 2 penalties so far tonight on Tackwell and Hayes. They're running 24th and 25th as a result. Mike Fisher motor expired, out of the race 26th. No one pit on the early end of the stage of the pit cycle. And just what this group doesn't want to see. That pack of 4 trucks just ahead of the lead pack. They look in the mirror and see everyone's single file. That is not good for them. Their best chance at a caution is this lead pack racing. This lead pack, knowing they're in the fuel window, they've all gone single file. to continue the pattern, they'll come in around 56. They go every 19 laps. That is race leader Ethan Evers. As he catches his pack of 4 trucks, he wants to go to the pit lane. He's going to have to stay behind those trucks. The rest of the field is going to jump up. Cliff Mullins trying to slow down the shine train. He's going to get shuffled to the back. Cliff with that move. Wolfenbarger jumped around him and said, "You just made the list," the classic Cliff Mullins line. And here comes pits Ethan Evers. He's got a few coming with him. Oh, Andrew Beach out of shape. Jeff Price almost makes contact with Ethan Evers. I think that's Lucas Huisman. Matt Benke, first 5 trucks to hit the pit lane. Pack number 2 overtakes those trucks on the pit lane. We got one in the wall. Is the caution out? It is. First caution of the race. We'll have to check and see who that was. Looked like a blue machine. Brad Wilson, 51 truck. What happened here? It's ahead of Brantley Bryan, his teammate.
Rest in peace.
Blew a motor. Championship implications as the 51 truck blows a motor. Yikes. Brad Wilson overheats and blows the motor in that number 51 Shenandoah Shine truck. And he just leaves us a simple 4-letter response in the Twitch chat. You can imagine which one it was. We get our first caution of the race at lap 54. We're in our fuel window, so everyone can pit here. That saves those trucks that were not overtaken yet by our race leaders. It looks like our lucky dog is going to be playoff contender Cliff Mullins. This is huge for him. I would say guys like Travis Martin, Cody Brown should take a wave around, but they're going to be out of fuel. They're right at the end of their fuel window. Cliff Mullins gets to come around and make a pit stop at least. Wave around, remember, you can't pit if you take a wave around. This is huge. So the Shine Train loses one of their engines. They're going to have to rely on that Wanagoon's caboose of theirs. Should see just about everybody hitting the pit lane here. You hit 290 multiple times? Rip.
Nope, just came out.
Congrats.
Hit 288 and blew it up that time? Oh man. There's a report from the 51. It was less hot than the other times, but it blew up this time. Old Gatlin Downey, playoff contender, completely missed his box. Had to back up. It's going to cost him some track position. It's 32. Wolfenbarger rolls out. Bryant in tow. Once again, not seeing tires put on these trucks.
Shit.
So cycled around to the front. Andrew Beach, Jeff Price, Lucas Huisman, Ethan Evers. They had all just pit. Wolfenbarger's going to come out 5th. Brantley Bryant, Kenny Frisbie. Then Mike Edwards, TJ Floyd, Zach Margison. Gonna be your new top 10 after the 51 motor expires. Second motor of the night. But this time Wilson blew it right in front of his teammate. Didn't have time to safely get out of the way. Goes up and into the outside wall. Single truck accident at least. Not sure how good the nose on the 52 truck's going to be. He already hit the inside wall once with that thing. Now he got into the back of his teammate as the motor expired. See a little right front damage. Not too much direct front damage, but that left front is a little beat in. Well, all right. Just like that, Andrew Beach sitting 4th in points coming in here. He's shown us our race leader. Talladega, man. Let's look at the points while we got a hot second to talk about it. If I hit the right button. That says Xfinity, that's no good. Did I really never fix it? I didn't. Shame on me. Give me 2 shakes of a second while we watch the trucks go around and I'll try to fix it. Should be a few clicks here. Alright, let's see what we got. There it is, Andrew Beach, 4th in the points behind Hoytsma, Wolfenbarger, and Wilson. Wilson just blew his motor, so the stage points that he got going to be important. As Wilson expires a motor, running 3rd in the points coming in here tonight. He's going to finish back in 25th. Andrew Beach currently shown as your leader. He was 4th in the points. Blake Giglio not here tonight. So Blake's going to fall down the order. Casey Graves he was tied with Beach coming in here. Casey Graves sits in 11th. Cliff Mullins came in just 3 points back of 4th. So far it's been a rough race for that 37, but now a whole new lease on life as he did get the lucky dog. He'll be restarting, I believe, around maybe 19th once everyone catches their field. Gatlin Downey's night's been pretty solid. Been in the top 10 almost all night long. Currently running in 9th. Zach Martinson 16th at the moment. TJ Floyd. Heard him not happy with some of the Shine teammate games. He's running 10th. He's been up towards the front all night long. Started on the front row. Dave Hoytsma, he's been running about 8th to 13th most of the race. Currently in 13th as we say that. Travis Martin, he gets a new lease on things. Obviously taking a wave around here. He's going to have to hope for a very quick caution. Let's look in on the Ghost Vans. There they are making their wave around. All these trucks, Cody Brown, Ashton Tackwell, Dalton Hayes, and Travis Martin. It's been about 20 laps since they were last on the pit lane, so they need a very quick caution. They're hoping for chaos. I probably would have pit and hoped to be the lucky dog. So if it goes green, they are toast. Although you can pit and stay on lead laps. There is that. They all do it together. Maybe not such a bad strategy after all when you think about it that way. Field working back towards the restart. Andrew Beach and Jeff Price going to lead us to the green. Beach well away from Hoytsma's machine.
My bad, Big Travis.
Wolfenbarger straight up to the middle.
You're good.
And all the way to the top.
I thought it opened there.
Jeff Price going to try to block the advances of that moon car machine. Not clear. Jeff Price is going to turn it. Here's the caution that they needed. Jeff Price trying to force the issue. Went up to try and block the 32, who was to his outside, not clear. 19 goes out of shape as 32 lifted to try and let him correct it. Things do not go well for Price. Back it up, take a look from the sky. See him move up to try and block the 32's advance. 32 comes up to give him a little bit of a push. Then there's a hole up there at the top. 32 sticks the nose in there. 19 tries to head it off. Unfortunately, it was not clear. Gets out of shape, comes back down the field. Gets Lucas Hoytsma. Fortunately, not too much damage to these trucks. They'll just have to lose track position, re-rack them, and try again. Didn't see any heavy hits there. So that's good news for both the 97 and the 19. And there's Travis Martin coming down the pit lane. He had to. He was sitting on 21 laps since he last come down the pit lane. He had to come down and take fuel here, even though the pit lane is closed.
Hi, Dave.
Field catching the pace truck. Turn number 3.
So who came in a wrecking ball there?
Got hit hard, and I had no control.
Hit hard. That is the report from the 19.
I was told they do stuff clean. I guess I was wrong. Guess everybody else is wrong.
Jeff Price throwing accusations.
Nothing. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut before I get myself in trouble. No, I literally didn't comprehend what you said.
I got hit, lost control.
Okay.
That's the 19 story, and he's sticking to it.
He's got a drinking problem.
No, I don't.
Literally, I don't.
Fucking Daniel.
I ain't got no problem drinking at all. The next morning, problem.
Well said, Cody.
Does anybody have a spare motor I can borrow?
I mean,
eBay does.
at this point, you're probably going to finish 25th either way.
I need a black flag cleared. Freaking.
Frickin'.
I was like coming into pit road, then it said I let the 47 by. Thank you, Cody.
Well, there you go. Friggin'. Low time has a bunch of motors. Yeah, they do. Got a lot of things to slow your truck down, too. Low time is full of that. So we're going to restart inside 10 to go. Brad Wilson, really the only playoff contender with a major problem right now. Everyone else is still in the fight. Obviously, Blake Giglio, not here, has an issue as well, but the other trucks. 10 trucks still in contention for playoff positioning here. Travis Martin, the chief among those right now, back on the lead lap with a full tank of fuel.
You know,
New lease on life.
I think all the extra motors are in our cars right now because we're so damn stupid in practice. Also, I'm taking this off here.
Andrew Beach with the low time joke.
Listen. It happens.
I'll start bringing an extra motor for the highest bidder for whoever needs it.
Does anyone ever really
Cheers,
need
everybody.
a low time motor? It looks like Beach is taking the top to line up with Ethan Evers. This may be a mistake because that lines up Garrett Wolfenbarger, Brantley Bryant, and the 11 of Kenny Frisbie. Those trucks have been working great together all night long.
Well, good.
Smearing off never hurt nobody.
Why drink and drive when you can smoke and fly?
24 trucks still running.
Flying.
23 of those on the lead lap. There's your Dalton Hayes machine catching up to the back of the field. He'll be restarting 23rd. Jeff Price truck looks no worse for wear. He did about a minute of damage repair and headed back out. We'll look for the 97. There's Lucas. Can't even tell that truck was in the accident. He'll be restarting 19th, and he'll have a chance to improve his positioning as we get to the end of this. Drivers have 4 races to get their points in order to try to make the top 4. Only points can get you into the championship 4. So you got to be good across all 4 rounds. Dalton coasted to his pit box. Dalton saying he was 2 laps down, took the wave around last caution, and then this caution got the lucky dog, and he was headed back to his pit box and ran out of fuel. Coasted to his box and just now caught the field. He is still in this thing, 23rd on the lead lap, and he's got 9 laps to try and better his race. Andrew Beach, Garrett Wolfenbarger, your front row. A couple playoff contenders. And you got 4 non-playoff trucks behind him that are just here to try and win or help their teammate. Never know. Beach, a little wiggle on that back end, but nothing too serious. Typically on these restarts, we'll see the inside line take a big advantage through 1 and 2. Then on the backstretch, coming out of 2, the outside line gets moving. 55, Margison shuffled out. Here comes Cody Brown to try and help 1010's teammate. Here comes that outside line, as we mentioned, coming out of turn number 2. Starting to get the good push. Wolfenbarger gets clear of Beach. Bryant gets clear of Beach. See if either one of them decides to move to the top lane. Top lane doesn't have a lot of help right now. It's just Beach and the 8 for the most part. Edwards has moved up there. Now it's a 3 versus 3 up front. Eight laps to go from Talladega. We're all done pitting. We got what we got. 23 trucks got to get what they can now. Race review so far is going to be really easy on this one. Hopefully it stays that way. Across the line, 7 laps to go. The Frisbie Racing Truck Series. Check out more about our leagues at dvsracing.com. Join our Discord, and that's how you can sign up to run with us next season. We get the 3 wide started. Margison with the Ghost Man in tow. A couple playoff drivers. Very desperate to get towards the front of the field and make their races count worthwhile tonight. Mike Edwards will go up and block him. Joins his teammates. They're going to go outside Ethan Evers and Casey Graves. Graves stuck in the middle behind Evers. Now Edwards is going to drop back down to the middle in front of Ethan Evers. Ooh, dangerously close. Margison and Ethan Evers were making contact there in 1 and 2. There goes the 22 Grant Harrell. 24 attack well through the middle lane. Dragging Dalton Hayes down there with them. Then Dalton goes back to the top. Cody Brown's been shuffled to the back with Jeremy Scher. A couple 10-10s trucks back there with J.R. Deal. Andrew Beach has jumped down in front of the 32 of Wolfenbarger. And trucks catching that apron going through that tri-oval got very wiggly. Five laps to go. Playoffs on the line here. Andrew Beach coming in 4th. Currently leading. Be a huge boost to his hopes to make the Final Four. Here at Wolfenbarger just behind. I wonder if Wolfenbarger would push the issue or not. Obviously sitting here in good points position, but you know he wants to win. Travis Martin doing all he can to push Zach Margison up there. They have Cliff Mullins up in that group. So the first 3 trucks in that line are all playoff contenders. As soon as he got the opportunity, Wolfenbarger jumps to the middle. Mike Edwards falling back enough to give him the opening. He takes it immediately. And he'll surge out to the lead with that maneuver. Heading into turn 3. Edwards giving Wolfenbarger a hell of a push. Wolfenbarger staying in that middle lane. We saw him do that a number of times earlier in the race. Contact! Harrell! 49 of TJ Floyd, and they're going to wad him up. TJ Floyd gets up on 2 wheels. Travis Martin's trying to blow over. Grant Harrell gets up on 2. but they all stay on the ground. And we get the back half of the field crashing here.
Oh, I need a new pair of khakis.
Report for a new pair of khakis out of the 68 truck. This happens right there. Let's see where it started. Margison obviously getting the bad end of this. TJ Floyd and no, that's Price. There's the contact. TJ Floyd, and wow, that was definitely some net code. Let's watch that again. It's going to start from the bottom. Let's go ahead and use Grant Harrell's view here. This should be pretty good. Get this slowed down a bit so you can see it in. Watch the inside lane. TJ Floyd, he'll have a bobble. Comes up the track. Then there's some net code, and then there's some actual contact. Shoves Grant Harrell. Then there's more net code into the 55 of Margison. Turns Margison down into Floyd. So all that starts when TJ Floyd tricks iRacing into thinking there's some net code. And all hell breaks loose. Cliff Mullins gets a piece of it. But I think he's going to be okay as far as contact. Looks like everyone just took a long slide after that. Didn't see too many trucks destroying one another. And got Banky into the picture. Yeah, I think we're okay after that. Just a lot of trucks out of shape. Everyone checks up. No one wants to hit anything all that hard. Well, there you have it. Zach Margison currently shown now 22nd. Playoff contender Dave Hoytsma 21st. TJ Floyd started on the front row in the playoffs. He kind of did start it though. He's 20th place truck coming to the pit lane. Lucas Hoytsma 19th. So a lot of playoff contenders back there towards the back end of the top 20 now. Meanwhile, Garrett Wolfenbarger's your leader. Andrew Beach second. Michael Edwards third, and Brantley Bryant fourth. So I imagine Garrett Wolfenbarger's going to take the top side here. Then Ethan Evers fifth, Kenny Frisbie sixth, Casey Graves, Jeff Price, Gatlin Downey, and Cliff Mullins. So obviously Cliff's truck not that torn up if he's still in the 10th spot.
Lucky dog going high, lucky dog going high.
And there is the Swedish Fish truck. Been working at it for feels like damn near the whole race. And here he is heading into overtime, getting the lucky dog. We are going to go into overtime. It'll be 3 attempts at a green-white checker. Been a very clean race. Up until this one right here, everything was only motors popping. The 24 trucks on the lead lap. Grant Harrell 21st. TJ Floyd's on the pit lane getting damage repair to that 49 playoff truck. See if we can see a better angle. There's TJ, and then there's Daddy Dave. So 2 playoff contenders fixing damage outside the top 20 right now. Travis hit his flaps to Floyd. They did. 3 different trucks got up on 2 wheels and then came back down. Something NASCAR wishes the next gen would do. Well, that doesn't show anything. Thanks. You put it on scenic and it's just like, nope. We're going to show nothing. Wish Talladega had a TV static. That's always a good set of cameras. See if we can chat with the 32. I think he was hanging out. There he is. Wolfie DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, it's been a race so far. You unfortunately lost your teammate Wilson to a motor popping, but you're up there in the lead with the green-white checker. Not a whole lot else you can ask for. I assume you're going to take the top here to get the 52 and 11 behind you.
Well, yeah, we're going to pick the top here. Hopefully get us a nice little run and stay up front. Just kind of scared, you know. Would have been really confident if we had Bradley up here still, but you know, we'll see what happened there. So, you know, still having 3 guys to help is great. So hopefully we can finish this out and get our first truck win. Since some reason we can't get one this season, but won everything else but this. So,
you know, if it was easy, everybody would do it, right?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But I'm gonna try my best here. Hopefully, Kill doesn't spin me out or anything.
10-4. Good luck.
Yep. Thanks.
Kenny, DG, you got a copy?
Oh my god. Hi.
Surprise, motherfucker.
The second time.
Yeah, well, we figured you're here and you got your name all over the series, so we figured we'd let you talk here for a little bit. What's going on?
Just kind of riding, trying not to wreck anybody.
Did you know that there's like only 2 trucks in the whole field that don't have the banners on, and you're one of them?
I don't have the banner on?
No.
This game's supposed to have the banner on.
I just thought that was funny. I was like, it's your series. Come on.
Oh, sorry about that one.
It's pretty funny. I mean, it's your name if you don't want it on there. It's on the door,
See,
right?
I ran this scheme because I thought it was the only scheme I had that had the banner on, and I was like, oh, okay, quick and easy, here we go. But yeah.
You know what's cool though? It looks like an old Red Horse Racing throwback, so it's kind of badass. Because they had red and white 11s with the black box around the white 11, so it looks a lot like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was something I made like a long time ago on trading paints, and then I just haven't made a truck paint since. So.
Sweet. We'll have to take care of that.
I appreciate it. Thanks, man.
All right, man. Take care. Good to see you. Thanks for sponsoring our series. Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Like, can you get back to it? So getting back to racing here. I put him in the wrong channel. There we go. Now I got him in the right channel. Field's going to take this agonizingly slow drive. No, they're not. They are going to launch right away. 32 of Wolfenbarger decided they don't want to wait around. Takes Brantley Bryant with them. Kenny Frisbie gets clear of Andrew Beach. Outside line got launched. They are going to need the black clear. Top 5 break away from the pack. Kenny Frisbie getting shuffled out by Andrew Beach. Here they come on the inside line.
We have black cars coming as well.
I got a kind of hard on one person.
Yeah, black cars passing the yellow family. I couldn't hear what you said. I don't know what you said, Coach.
I got him. Inside lane formed back up real nice. Blaze coming in, dropping subs on us while we're in a green-white checker. Thank you so much, my friend, for the 5 bomb. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Andrew Beach leads right now with Mike Edwards shoving on that inside line with Ethan Evers and Casey Graves. I'm a little surprised this inside was able to get so much momentum there. Outside lane going to have to try and rebound here on the white flag lap. Does Beach come up the block? He's trying. 32 of Wolfenbarger gets to his outside. Here comes the push from Bryant and Frisbie. Thanks for the shout out there, Mr. Rowdy. Field down the backstretch on the white flag lap. Who knows what's about to unfold? They're trying to get the run on the outside. They're pinching, they're wrecking. Andrew Beach is going to go out into the front. Who's going to catch up to him? You got Casey Graves, Ethan Evers, Cliff Mullins heading with a full head of steam. Here they come to the back of Beach. There's Casey Graves going down to the inside in the 4 Toyota. He gets past Beach. Cliff Mullins in the 37 is going to go for it. He's not going to get there. Casey Graves in the 4 is your winner. Cliff Mullins and then Gatlin Downey. Andrew Beach. What an absolutely crazy finish. Casey Graves in the 4 gets the win here at Talladega. And holy cow, that was entertaining. Hopefully Casey gets in here and lets us chat with them in very short order. Graves not in the Discord. There he is. Casey Graves, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
I didn't see you up in here in drivers, or I would have jumped in sooner. Holy cow, what a finish. Take me through it.
I just was kind of biding my time behind Ethan the whole, like, that last run. Like, trying to just give myself position. And I knew I was going to have a run, and then I seen him wreck, and the seas parted, and I mean, we made a little contact. I think everybody did, but yeah, it was a good finish.
Kept the foot in it, able to get the win. Cliff Mullins was coming with the full head of steam. Thought he might be a little bit more of a contender, but you're able to hang on and secure the victory. And with the burnouts, what a crazy finish that was. Welcome to the winner's circle here over at SRL. You got the friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us?
Just all the guys at True Speed. They didn't want to race with me tonight, so I had to do it on my own. And luckily, I come away with a win finally here.
Yeah, it's a good step for your playoffs, too. That should get you moved up the chain a little bit.
Yeah, especially with a lot of the other guys having issues. I think, honestly, I might be in the lead.
Could be very entertaining. You got a long way to go to get to the lead. Those top 3 had a big gap.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that'll put me pretty close.
10-4. We'll find out in the Twitch stream after we get done with the YouTubes. So come on, check that out. And yeah, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Jump back in our broadcast booth. That is Casey Graves getting the victory tonight. Now we'll go track down second place Cliff Mullins in the 37. I think he's already jumped out of the session, but we can jump back and get his truck on the screen. There we go. There's some 37 for you. Let's go ahead and bring him into the driver chat. He's probably still hanging out in Gearheads. There he is. Cliff, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
I thought you were about to steal one, buddy. You were so close.
Brother, I was trying. I was not listening for shit right there. I ran into the damn back and got lapped right there. Just screwed up and ran out of gas coming into pits on that first caution. I never could get going back in again. And luckily, I made the move that probably pissed off all the Shenandoah Shine guys, where I jumped up to the outside when they were lapping us. But that's what got me in front of Travis and got me the lucky dog. And then it was just trying to work my way forward there and drove the fuck out of it in that one damn wreck where I got turned sideways. And luckily got all my spots back because I never stopped. And
That's awesome.
Yeah, right there on that last lap, I saw him wrecking. I just went to the bottom and I saw that it was Andrew and Casey in front of me, and I was like, if Andrew stays low, I'm gonna knock the hell out of him and shove him to the wind. And he went high, and then I was like, well, I guess I'll go win it. And then Casey come down and chopped my nose right there. And he's lucky he didn't wreck. I like Casey all right, but he's lucky he didn't wreck because I wasn't gonna let him live right there. I was trying like hell.
So basically, you knocked the shit out of him, but he's still hanging on to it and won. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he did. He hung on to it. That was a good job by him, and I mean, it was a good job with us. And we were up here racing with Ethan and Dalton and a couple of these guys, and Lucas joined us about halfway through. So we had a whole big group right here, kind of working together, trying to stay in line and figure out how we was going to help each other and stuff. And just whoever was happened to be out in front was who was going to get the help. And somehow I come away with a P2 out of this thing.
Doesn't suck. It's a good boost to your playoff efforts, and you're gonna make all the races. You'll be able to try and get in that Final Four.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I was hoping. I mean, I know it ain't a win and you're in thing, but P2 is about as good as I can get with it. So, and we won't too great at Iowa, so this will definitely boost it up a little bit.
10-4. You got the Friends Family sponsor shoutouts for us tonight for your P2.
Yep, got to thank AC Racing Graphics and Adam for all of my paint schemes for this thing. Pinnacle Trailer Sales. Pinnacle Trailer Sales, Midnight Performance, Curly's Guns and More, Liberty Speed Shop, Spin Venom Podcast, all the guys at C2X, Low Drag, and I got to give a shout out to Emily and to Alicia for kind of sitting behind me and cheering me on with this thing, and a shout out to Jaron too. I know he's probably going to want to watch this one since he knows that I say his name on the internet. So love you guys, and appreciate you for putting this thing on, man.
10-4. Congrats on that P2. We'll see you back next week.
Yep, thank you, buddy.
Now we go get our third place finisher. Gonna be the 05 of Gatlin Downey. Oh my gosh. What a time to come to his truck there. Let's back that up a little bit and bring him on in here. Gatlin DG, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, wild finish at the end, and you come away with the third place after starting on the front row. One heck of a night for you. How was it tonight?
It was a really good race. A lot of clean racing. I will say that. A little bit of a scare there in 3 and 4, but I tried to push Cliff as best as I could up there.
You were 4 wide coming to the line. Did you know that?
Oh, I was very aware. I seen a hole, and I knew, a win ain't gonna lock me in, but it's because I'm some good leverage, especially when the other 3 people you're battling is also in the playoffs.
Exactly. Well, strong effort. You brought it home P3, had a front row start. You're up front all night long, giving that double quick Chevrolet a hell of a run. You got the Friends Family sponsor shoutouts for us tonight for your P3?
Shout out Double Quick Brands. Shout out Grant, Ashton. They were planning to help me out, but we never could really meet in the field with everything moving around as it did. I want to thank TJ Floyd. He helped me out pretty good. He helped me get the P2 and stage and stayed loyal to me most of the race like that, and I was to him too. I believe that's it.
10-4. Congrats on the strong P3 to finish up this week 2 of the playoffs. We'll see you back here next week.
Hope to see you again.
Gatlin Downey in the 05. Bringing it home in third tonight. Let's go ahead and look at our final results from the race. Once we get everything cleared out, moved around. All these graphic things I got to do that you guys don't ever get to see much of. We'll get Casey back on the screen there and make a nice backdrop for our results page. Once it decides it pops up, there it goes. Takes forever. We got Casey Graves getting the victory tonight over Cliff Mullins by 7/100ths of a second. Gatlin Downey brings it home third. Andrew Beach and J.R. Deal getting top fives. Good run for J.R. and Andrew. Andrew was sitting fourth in the points coming in, gets a fourth place finish, so that should be pretty strong for his playoff hopes. They got J.R. Deal, Ethan Evers, Dalton Hayes, Cody Brown, Jake Lawrence, and Daniel Llewellyn finishing off the top 10. Travis Martin rebounded from running outside the top 20 all race long. Right there at the end, got his lap back, got up to 11th, so a nice salvage effort from the Ghost Man there. Jeff Price 12th, Lucas Hoytsma, Garrett Wolfenbarger running up front all race long. They got into a wreck there at the end with the field coming to the final lap there. You have Grant Harrell, TJ Floyd, Zach Martinson, Matt Benke, Jeremy Shearer, and Kenny Frisbie. Tough break for Kenny as well. Kenny, another one that had been running towards the front most of the night and then got shuffled out right at the end. Ashton Tackwell, Dave Hoytsma, Brantley Bryant, Brad Wilson, and Mike Fisher round out our 26 truck field tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. We appreciate you being here. Hopefully see you back soon. Thank our sponsors, Frisbie Racing and the Wannagoons, for putting on our broadcast this season. And thanks to each one of our admins and each one of our drivers that help make our community what it is. We appreciate you so much, and we'll see you back here in 2 weeks for the trucks. We're actually off for Halloween, so we'll see you after the Halloween break for trucks. Thank you so much for being here. That ends the things over on YouTube. Now we're just on the Twitch. We can get the music on, watch all the replays. I'm sure we'll watch that last lap quite a few times.